I'm Gordon. I'm the founder of AirNode. AirNode is a software as a service. It does air quality analysis in urban areas, and it allows organizations like environmental protection agencies to work out what kind of air quality they can experience in the future and work out kind of trends that are happening, and eventually do predictions. It's brought into CivTech to solve the air quality challenge, and I'm now in the stages of transitioning AirNode into CEPA system. I had previously worked a little bit in air quality, managing data from sensors, and I had decided that that was a domain that I wanted to specialize in. So I just went about working out how do I specialize in this and how do I become an expert in this, given I'm a software developer. This was sort of the obvious opportunity, and it sort of laid out everything, and I knew that at the end I could become that. I found out about the details and then worked out what it would take to put an application in it. So I was Googling for air quality analysis or expertise, and it just came up. Initially, I decided the one challenge was probably the one I was going to go for. It made a lot of sense to do that, and it was the obvious one to do. I would say that you have to just think about it as a sort of journey, and think about all the things you might have to go through and what you might need for that, and just work out where you'd go and find that, before you start, and just work out particular stages when you'd actually use those things, and it sort of helps to have a lot of knowledge about a particular thing as well, and have a bit of experience in some of the skill sets. I think it worked much better with my challenge sponsor. That worked really well. Explain to them that you're here to actually just solve their problem, and whatever it is, you're going to find a way to solve it. Really, there are many different sort of ways you can document requirements, and really clever methods that you can use that help you get more out of people and work out actually what they really do want, opposed to what they kind of think is the solution. But you can work out actually what you need to solve the problem and what the problem really is. I think it was very good. It was they were very helpful. They laid out the problem really well. They kind of explained it again and again to me, so that I could actually define it quite well, and then I could define it in the software that I was building, so that essentially just trying to make it really simple. To the explanation phase as sort of taking something that you've probably feasibility studied a little bit yourself, maybe in your own company, but you've never actually put it out anywhere to someone who might actually criticize it. And it's about actually bringing that out and someone else taking it seriously. There's been quite a few other different things. The product, it can quite easily go into many different markets, so it's been about choosing which particular market to go into first. There's mainly three different categories of people that were interested in public sector, and commercial companies and academics. Public sector, I was asked to visualize another project that monitored air quality around Glasgow, and that gave me the opportunity to link my own system into another project that had been done, so that we could calibrate the data that was given. On the universities, there's been quite a large interest of trying to do particular research in the actual problem. It's quite a technical problem, and there's many open questions. And my system basically allows academics to do that kind of research. I'm very lucky to be a commercial stakeholder in potentially three other projects. One of them has been commissioned. I'm working with at the University of Edinburgh on two different projects. One is to link particular pollutions to particular health impacts, and another one is with the University of Edinburgh's Parallel Computing Centre, who's have agreed to run my system on the UK supercomputer, which would basically allow me to simulate a whole city. The scale of impact of that is phenomenal, and the chance to do that as a software developer is phenomenal, and as an impact thing, it's pretty amazing too. It was a pretty good experience. It's difficult to rank it against the other kind of jobs that I've had, but I'd say it's up there. It's one of the most exciting. I guess the thing about it is the variety of things that you can actually get involved in. Here you have actual opportunity to go into so many different interesting things, and actually benefit those things and benefit yourself. That was very good. I learned a lot, and I was able to apply quite a lot of it. That was sort of a hive of activity, really. You had a phenomenal variety of people from the public service and from commercial companies and from academics. You could kind of feel the buzz in the room that one doing something very new and something totally different. Myself as just being able to present usually is a big event. Usually you're presenting some kind of software to someone, and they can see that it's going to massively benefit them or their workflow. But here was something totally different as well, that actually you could see a really long-term benefit happening. That's, I would say, the case for most of the companies involved. Actually, it was about delivering a product, but it was also about changing the way of things for decades to come. I can obviously talk about air pollution and air quality, and about the chance of actually solving a problem that could become a massive NHS problem, and being able to solve that right now. There was opportunity to actually change the way things were done in public services and commercial companies and academics. I'm working on academic research grants, bootstrapping it through academic grants and through innovation grants, and being able to work on these kind of products so that I basically adapt the product to specific use cases. There is potential to sell to commercial companies. There are a few of them where it's possible to sell to, and there's a few of them where I can see that it would be a lot better if I scaled up more and then could sell a lot more to them. But it's very nice to have the kind of interest.